My name is Ngân and I am 27 years old. I am Vietnamese and Chinese, a first-generation American, born and raised in Spring Valley. I am a single mother to a 2.5-year-old named Caleb Noah, and I am a breastfeeding peer counselor, a certified lactation counselor, and a part-time teacher's assistant at a daycare in Pomona. I would call myself a creative activist because my passion is music and I love helping people, especially those of my community. And I just wanted to show you the day in the life of a single mother and where I come from and why it means so much to me, and how I fuse these two worlds together. This housing unit would be so important to my life because my dad was a soldier in the Vietnam War, and my mother was pregnant at the time with my oldest brother en route to America. And somehow the universe conspired for them to meet here because the U.S. government had given housing to many Vietnamese refugees. And this unit happens to be one of them, and my parents still live here today. I learned two big things from my parents, and that was to give back to your community in meaningful ways and to dream. The ways that my parents gave back to their communities was actually interacting with the people and, being kind. With the very little that they had, my parents still went above and beyond to give back to people who were in need. And they would do that by watching our neighbors' kids or, making food for them or fixing their cars if they needed help, because my dad was a mechanic back in Vietnam. So that played a big role in my life. And as for dreams, my parents had sacrificed so much to come to America that their one dream for us was to go to school and to go to college and graduate. And thankfully, I was loved and supported, and I was able to get my BA in music and film at Hunter College. After I had my son in 2016, I thought I had to give it all up. And I had to give up my identity, my hopes and dreams, because now that I was becoming a mother, I had to make my own sacrifices. And within those 2 years, I sacrificed time, and I put that in my efforts to raise my son and provide him with the right education and love and support and, focus on breastfeeding him exclusively. It wasn't until this year that I realized there comes a point where you just can't ignore your calling, and I had to return back to music. And ever since, I've been making it a thing to commit fully to creating. My whole journey has been me discovering my voice, and I realized the power it is to speak my truth even when my voice shakes. And I hope that with this fellowship, I can create workshops which encourage the youth to discover their voice and to use it in a very creative way. I'm reminded of the dreams my parents had for us and how they were able to accomplish that, and I want to instill that within my son, that it's possible to have your own hopes and dreams and to continue to strive to accomplish them, because just because something happens in your life doesn't mean you have to quit. So keep dreaming.